Hey guys, welcome to the Cado Show. My name is Zach.
And I'm Melanie.
For those of you interested in following us on social media, you can follow us at the Cado Show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Yeah. So we know for a lot of you, if you're like us, spring break is coming up pretty fast. We are done as of like an hour from now for spring break, which is pretty awesome. I like how I looked at no watch. I just know. But we want to give some really great advice for everyone to have the perfect spring break. We've really slaved over this list, and so we hope that you can really reap the benefits from our hard work. Now we know that like alternative lifestyle, like health, that's really big right now. And so we were like, let's come up with some alternative sunscreen options.
Yeah. So SPF 50, SPF 30, if you can't necessarily find it in a store, which I don't know why you wouldn't be able to find it in a store, it's everywhere. If you can't find one of those, or if you're just trying to go green or go a little bit different, here's some options for you. So the first one we want to talk about is aloe. For those of you who have had lobster-like stains, if you will, on your skin, aloe is typically good for treatment of sunburns, but it can actually prevent sunburns as well. You may have to apply it basically every 5 minutes because it's basically like a tanning oil, but it still gets the job done barely.
Yeah, that's a fun new twist on things. If you like the aesthetic of sunscreen but don't really want the benefits, that's okay, no judgment. Sour cream is a really great option. If you want a little white nose look or whatever it is, just put a little sunscreen on. It'll probably bake on. You won't even have to reapply and you'll smell like a baked potato.
Yeah, totally. The potato thing is the big plus for me, and it's so thick that you could basically be wearing like a coat of sour cream. It's like a Michelin man, like coat-like look of sour cream. And the potato piece for me, like I mentioned, is the highlight of that one.
Awesome.
I think the next option would be the simplest option, in my opinion. Maybe act like a no-brainer. But how about you just wear some clothes? I mean,
whoa!
Whoever said wearing some clothes to an outing or to the beach or to the park
He's
is
a regular Einstein.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with wearing jeans to the beach. There's nothing wrong with wearing like a parka or a long sleeve to the beach. Just because it's hot outside doesn't mean you have to wear nothing.
It's true. And if you want to really change it up, you want to maybe have a risky spring break, go with no sunscreen. You can really prove your masculinity to all your friends if you're a guy. You can tough out the sunburn, and I mean, girls, that is just what a guy looks for,
I like a good burnt woman. I like it to like equally look as if these lips. It's the lobster-like lips all over the body. Instant plus for me.
Oh.
Wow.
That's really
Shall we
sweet.
move on?
Yeah, I mean, whether you're going to a beach for spring break, maybe you're going skiing. I know that's an option. You're probably going to want a book to read on the beach, in the lounge by a fire, whatever it is. And so we've come up with a few of our favorites for you to really get in the spring break mood. One of my personal favorites is Miles to Go, which is the coming of age story of Miley Cyrus and her rise to fame as Hannah Montana. It's a true American classic. It's right next to my Wuthering Heights and Pride and Prejudice.
I pull it off the shelf first.
Yeah, it's a go-to. And so we really think that you will just be inspired by a wonderful young lady's rise to fame.
Yeah. So one of my favorites, it's by Joseph Conrad. It's a classic as well, and the kind of the hint of classics. It's called The Heart of Darkness. It's a heartwarming tale for me. Whenever I read it, I always get the feels inside. I'm like, ooh, I love this book. It's a great tale. It's about a man, and he's journeying through the Congo River in Africa, and he basically gets to experience the absolute disgusting, terrifying horrors of European colonialism in the 1800s. You see heads on stakes. You see people getting beaten, shot with arrows. It's a loving tale, I'll tell you that much.
So sweet.
Oh, I know.
Oh my gosh,
beautiful.
it's like Nicholas Sparks. Any other?
Yeah, so for those of you interested in looking at the eyes or through the mind of a criminal, Mein Kampf. For those of you who have no idea what that is, it's Hitler's autobiography, which he wrote while he was in jail in Germany back in the day. So I think it's beautiful. He talks about his hatred of two evils in his eyes, which was communism and Judaism. So if you're looking for that, maybe like that murder, angry, mystery type deal, looking in the eyes of a clouded criminal, that's your go-to.
Oh, sure.
You look like you're ready. You're bouncing off the walls for that one.
absolutely. My favorite. Moving on to the road trip aspect. So maybe you're flying, but maybe a lot of you live in that broke college life, or road tripping wherever you're going. So we wanted to make sure you can have the perfect road trip playlist. Whenever you hear these songs coming, and in the future, you're just going to think back to your time during spring break.
2K16.
It's going to be so special. So I don't know if you know this, but one of, I think, what the most pivotal American figures, Paris Hilton.
Paris.
Yes, she had a music career, which I don't know if you know that, but talk about blessing. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Stars Are Blind is a single that I really love. It just, the metaphors and the melody, it's a work of art. Or the Melanie.
Yeah, so I have
it's a
no
work
idea.
of art.
Yeah, I have no idea when she made this
Truly.
song. I didn't even know she sang, but it's there, and the pipes were golden, just like the stars. So
I mean, she's
Big
a regular
suggestion.
Adele.
Oh, totally, 100%. One of my favorites is, you have that vibe when you're going to a spring break. You're excited. When you're driving, you're thinking, oh, look at all the things we're going to do. So why not give you a song that's uplifting, give you a little amped up? And I love "In the Arms of an Angel" by Sarah McLachlan. Nothing gets me more excited and happy than listening to that. In the arms of an angel.
Have you ever thought about trying out for The Voice?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I've been turned down because I was on another level. They said, they all turned their chairs around. They said, you know what, this guy's too good. But nothing gets me more excited than seeing, making that connection between depressed, malnourished animals and spring break.
Totally. And if you really want something that'll last the whole trip, maybe you've got a 9-hour, 10-hour trip and you just want one song the whole time, we've got that option for you too. If you might recall a few years ago, Neon Cat, I never really knew how to say it. The theme song to that, some wonderful human uploaded a 10-hour version of it to the internet. So that is also an option. And really, I'm going to go ahead and say we might be saving lives today by recommending this, because if you don't have to change the music, you're not looking at your phone.
Exactly.
And you're going to have a much safer trip. So you're welcome.
We are saving lives here in the Cado. What's our final topic? Pictures, right?
Yeah, pictures. You should take some pictures.
So, in any journey, they always say pictures worth 1,000 words. I've actually done the math. It's closer to like 712. But nonetheless, so, whether it's that, amazing food that you thought was cool and looked awesome on that plate, whether it was that scenery that most of us have no idea where it is, but we sit there and think, wow, that's cool. Or, maybe it's something like you in front of something with your face taking up 3/4 of the screen, because who cares about the stuff in the background? We just want to see your face. Yeah. Take about close to 500 to 600 of each, by the way, not total, like 500 food, 500 selfie, 500 scenery. Post them all on
all of them. We can't stress this enough.
Yeah, on every social media.
Please fill up our Instagrams.
Tag us.
All of your adventures. Tag us.
At theCadoShow.
Because that's what I like to do for my spring break.
We care about your 1,500 photos.
We really do. Once again, just proving that we are wonderful humans, maybe. I don't know. That's what I want to say. So hopefully you can take this list and just make your spring break the best ever. And then let us know. Tag us on stuff, show us what you're doing, and say thank you for our wonderful list.
We hope you guys have a great spring break. See you next week.
No, we won't.
Yeah, we won't. Just kidding.
Bye.
Next week's spring break.